Well, I just installed my new wood burner. It's quite a bit bigger than the other one I had, and it heats really good. Right now it's 82 degrees in here. The one on the top is the sensor, which that's a different sensor. It's laying around here somewhere, but anyway, but the temperature is 82, and I barely even have a fire going. One thing I've learned, okay, I got a good fire going there. If you get a good bed of coals like this, and there's actually some coal in there, some lignite coal, but there's also wood coal as well. I mix them. And because this wood stove is actually much bigger than I really need, I don't have to load that much wood in it, which means I don't need to get it as hot. It has more surface area, which provides heat, as well as the stack itself. But this wood stove is not legal to install in a house or any permanent structure. However, this is a camper, so it's not considered a permanent structure. Kind of like along the lines of a tent. That's actually what this wood burner is made for. It's made for hot tenting, but you can use it other places as well. But I'm working on putting fire brick in it. I keep the fire contained to the area where I have the fire brick, but I'm working over here. I'm going to fill that up and then along that wall. And then I'm even going to put it on the walls as well. And by doing that, I will lengthen the life of the stove. The fire brick lasts quite a while. It's durable, and it protects the stove from extreme heat. But like I said before, if you don't build a big fire, you can expect your stove to last a lot longer. So that's why I went with a bigger stove, anticipating that I wouldn't need to load it as full as my other one, which was probably a third of this size, you know. But yeah, it's pretty cozy in here. It stays nice and warm, and I get all the free firewood that I can have. I get it by the truckload for nothing. I just have to go get it. But so you can't beat it, you know. It's a little bit of work, but now with a bigger stove, I can put bigger pieces in it too. You know, I'd probably only need a couple big pieces at the, you know, and it will maintain it fine. This is a 26-foot camper. I insulated the walls. I went over all the windows with 250 Owens. Let me see. It's number 250, the pink stuff with the Pink Panther dude, I think. Anyway, it's probably about, I'm not sure, 2.5 inches. I think that's why it's called 250. I think it's 2.5 inches thick. But I went over all the walls, and I left a couple windows, and that was it. So it's way, but here's the thing you got to remember: if you put a wood stove in, you have to leave room for air. Now, this door is not sealed. You can see daylight through it, through the, you know, the crack. But I did that on purpose because you got to remember this stove burns up oxygen in the air, and it also puts out gases, so you got to make sure it's vented properly. You have to take some basic precautions, but I've been around them for a while, so I kind of know how they work. But you have to learn to be safe with them. If you are, they're very reliable source of heat. And anyway, but it's my new wood stove, and I hope it lasts a few years. I don't know what else to say about it. They're a joy to even put together. I like even just messing with them. And as you can see, I got this big pot on here. I always have hot water. If I need any hot water, it's right there. And you can cook on it. I haven't done that yet, but you can. It's made for doing that if you want. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little unit. And it's keeping it just nice and toasty in here. It's actually a little almost too warm. I'm sitting here in my underwear. So, and it's cold outside. It's really crappy. I think it's even snowing. Let's see how cold it is. Yep, it's snowing. It's pretty dark out, but it's snowing. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's snowing, all right. It's coming down. Anyway, enough of that. It's kind of depressing. I wish I didn't have to go outside, but it sure is a lot nicer. If you're going to camp in the wintertime, you need a wood burner. You might not need one this big, but I'm just telling you, this will do the job anywhere. It's portable. It's made to be. You can tear it down in no time, and the pipes fit right inside the stove, and so you can transport it. It's actually a feat of engineering. That's what I consider it. It's technology that really hasn't gone out of it hasn't been made obsolete. It's still really good technology. It's proven itself to be very reliable and, just a good way to heat. Anyway, I guess that's it. I decided to do a quick little lesson on how to adjust. How do you adjust a wood stove? A lot of people don't know how they work, but they're really pretty cool little inventions. And I'm going to show you. Whoa. Okay, right now it's smoking a lot because I put some wood in there and the coals were kind of going down, so it's trying to get going. So now is not a good time to open the door. You kind of got to just learn how they work. Okay, when you're first starting a fire, it's going to smoke. And the way to keep that from, going up the pipe instead of in your house is I'm waiting for it to catch right now. And I don't need to really open the door because I can look through these little holes. Excuse me. These holes are adjustable. What you do is you build the fire inside, and then this is where it sucks its oxygen from. It needs oxygen to burn, right? And so it sucks in the oxygen, and it goes right up the pipe. And the way you control that is when you're starting a fire, when you're first starting to build, you first build a fire and you first light it, you want this open. That's so that maximum airflow can go through here. But when you do that, you go through more fuel. So once the fire gets going, then you damper this back. This is called a damper. So we're going to cut that back a little bit. And right now I got these open because I'm trying to get them going, but There it went. See that? Now I don't have, I also got a face full of smoke. But now people who are very, no, it's not snowing. That is ash. Yes, you're going to get a little bit of ash in your house or whatever you put this in. It's just going to happen. You just got to expect it. But what I did was I just put some, holy crap, I just put some pitch pine in there. In case you don't know what pitch pine is, it's like rocket fuel. I used to plant trees when I was about 18 years old in Washington, in Oregon. And we used to go looking for pitch pine. We lived in tents in the mountains. That's where I learned about how to heat with wood stoves. But we would go looking for pitch pine, and we got pretty good at it. And it burns like rocket fuel. I've actually seen stovepipe melt from pitch pine. That's how hot it gets. It's like rubber. If you've ever seen rubber burn, it burns super hot. And pitch pine is a lot like it. It's actually oil, okay? And oil burns. We know that. So, but yeah, now I got the fire going pretty good. See, now we're getting a little bit of smoke back. Let's open that up. I'm trying to get it completely stopped. It's not going. No, we're getting a little bit of smoke, which means the draw is not ideal right now. If you have good draw, you can actually hear it. If you can get your stove to roar, that means you have a super good draw, but I have yet to get this one to roar. I don't know why, but I don't get the kind of draw like I did with my other one. But I'm still learning how to use it. So, but yeah, I got these open all the way, so it's getting maximum air and takes it right up. And this pipe gets super hot. You could probably, now up here it's not so bad though. It gets cooler actually as it goes up, which is really great because where it goes through the roof, it's not so stinking hot, and that's good. It's just good for safety. So most of the heater's down here more. So yeah, it's an amazing invention. I can't tell you a lot about the history of it, but I just wanted to explain how you adjust them. And the adjustment can makes all the difference as far as how much wood you go through. Yeah, see, it's still smoking back here, but whoops. Don't do that. You should use one of these. This is a lot safer. There you go. But you don't need to overload it. If it's a big stove like this, you don't want to overload it. And I got a little smoke in here. What I do is every so often I just go open the door and get some fresh air.